this equalization thing is amazing. I mean, it started back in the 1950s. It was enshrined in the Constitution in 1982. So it's not going anywhere, but the alchemy or the magic is what some economists have said up to 1,300 moving parts are calculated to essentially establish, and it's ultimately socialism. Ultimately, what it wants to do is establish the value or the net economic activity for every Canadian. So if you're in a part of the country that has less, and there's somebody else in another part of the country that has more, it's up to Ottawa to equalize it. And this is done by transfers. And there's this magic number that there's a top five and a bottom five. Well, suffice it to say, BC, Alberta, Saskatchewan have been pretty consistently for the past decade in the top payers. But of course, we don't write a check like a rent check every month. A lot of people get confused by that. Ottawa takes, of course, all of the taxes off our paychecks every 2 weeks. It takes all of this money. Then using this formula, of course, every province gets something for health care and social programs. That's usually done per capita. Then they kick in and say, here's your piece of the pie for equalization. If you're Quebec, of the $17 billion this year in equalization, we'll give you $10 billion. If you're Ontario, you'll get some number. I think it's about $5 or $6 billion. Even Manitoba has been able to get, even though it's great hydro, it still gets some money. So you've got these three provinces out in the West saying, okay, we get health care, we get some social services, but ours is zero on equalization. So this is how it's equalized across the country. And Mr. Trudeau, apparently in this finance briefing note that's being done, now wants to calculate the effect of carbon into all of this. So this would be a further offset. You could see Ottawa saying, already you're going to get zero on equalization, but oh, by the way, you're going to get less on health care. You're going to get less on social transfers because you didn't calculate for carbon. That would be an outrage.
Hey, if you like that, sign up for my show every day. Click on the screen to subscribe.